I'm tired to see so many people going to Japan to try to see what happens and end up losing everything. This week, I got an email from this guy. He was in Japan currently. He went to study for 6 months only, and he was begging for help. The mail literally was like, "Please help me. How can I stay in this country forever?" I got tons of emails every week of a lot of people in Japan saying like, "Hey, I have 1 month left of visa. I'm here for 3 months. Hey, I'm on a tourist visa. Hey, I'm on this visa. Whatever. How can I do to stay? How can I get a job right now? How can I stay living in Japan forever? And I have no time. It has to happen right now." And you have to understand one thing. If you got to that point in which you only have 1 month left or 2 months left, or if you're going in a rush with a 4 6 month visa, like a very short period of time, it's already too late. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why going with a 6 month visa or under than that is a terrible idea in most cases, what actually happens when you go to Japan, and how to plan your trip effectively so you don't waste time, money, and opportunities. My name is Sacha. I'm the director of Doki Doki Japan, and for the past 4 years, I've been helping people all around the world to move to Japan. And listen, everything that I'm telling you today is not just theory. It's not I think it's that way. This is all based on experience, and personal experience, and on the experience of all the students that we help every day to move to Japan. People who are extremely excited and motivated to move there, but most of them have the wrong idea on how to do it. And obviously the problem is not them, the problem is that nobody explained them the process. You see, when you're trying to go to Japan, most agencies, they will try to buck you up and send you to Japan as soon as possible, because this is a commission-based business. So they try to make you be in Japan as soon as they can and accomplish that part. But you have to be smarter, and you have to think long term, not just how to get there, but how to stay there. The most common situation that we have is people who get a 6 month visa, go right away in a rush, and once they get there, they're like, okay, how do I do to stay here? And the plan is very simple, and it's actually not a bad plan. Learn Japanese, get a job, and change visa from study to working visa. And that's actually how you should do it. But when you actually execute it, you realize it doesn't work that way. It's not that easy to do. Meaning, it's not something you will actually do in 6 month time. So first of all, if you go with a 6 month visa to study in Japan, no school will allow you to renovate your student period. So you will not be able to renovate your visa for another 6 months or 1 year or whatever. You will have to go back to your country. Which means if you don't get your job in 6 months, you're basically screwed and you will have to go back to your country. So you are operating in a very limited time frame. Second of all, getting a job in Japan is not an immediate thing. It's not going to happen in one day to another. It takes time. Usually the interview period in Japan, it takes about 6 months. So just think about it. If you go to Japan for a 6 month visa student, and it takes 6 months to apply for a job, if you didn't go into the interview process in the first day you arrive, you're guaranteed not to get a job. So it doesn't make much sense to do that, right? And here's the reality coming on you. Trying to get a job in Japan requires you to know some level of Japanese, correct? Okay, but which level? Well, that level is not basic level, it's high level, it's a good level of Japanese. Yes, you can apply to jobs in Japan with only an N5, a JLPT N5 certification from abroad. But when you are in Japan, most jobs for a visa will ask you a high level of Japanese, because you will be competing with Japanese people. Also, when you're applying from abroad, you don't have a limitation on time. Like you can apply today, tomorrow, and in 6 months, and in a year, and there's no limit to do that. But when you're applying in Japan, you do have a visa that is holding you back. So if you have a 6-month visa, 6 months is all you got. You won't have a renovation. If you have a 1 year or 2 years visa, then that's what you got. You can't extend that just because, you know. So having that limitation puts you in a rush, in a different position than applying from abroad. So when people tell me, hey, you know, I just got to Japan, I have a 6-month visa, how can I get a job in Japan, please? I need to get something now. I know how that story is gonna end right before it started. It ended up with stress, economic pressure, frustration, people losing all their savings or using the savings of their family, which is much worse. And in the worst case scenario, going back to your country with nothing accomplished, just a lot of money waste, time waste, and a lot of frustration. And the worst of all, thinking it's not possible. Believing that it was a lie and people cannot do that. And that, trust me, that is far from the truth. The reason why people can't stay in Japan is not because it's not possible, it's because there is a big lack of a strategy beforehand. So, okay, I got you, Sacha, I got you. So how should I do this right? All right, so does this mean that the 6-month visa is a useless visa? Then why would they offer something useless? All right, no, it's not a useless visa, of course not. But you have to understand the purpose of each visa. There's a million visas you can use. You can work in holiday, you can go specialized skilled working visa, you can working visa, you can go student visa, you can go marriage visa, you can go diplomatic, you can go investment, you can go so many visas you can use. But each one of them has a different purpose. And the purpose is the part that matters the most. So if you go with a 6-month visa, your purpose in mind beforehand should be enjoy 6 months in Japan, learn some Japanese, have a blast, an amazing experience, and go back to your country, and then decide if you want to go again for a different reason. So that is the purpose of that visa, just to learn some level of Japanese and have an amazing experience. But you won't be able to stay in most cases. Of course, there will be people who find a job in 6 months. It's not absolutely impossible to do. But if we have to advise people with the best of my knowledge, what is the best thing possible that you should do if you want to stay no matter what, then doing that 6-month visa is not clever, it's not smart. All right, if you want to stay, then I will advise you, okay, get a 1-year visa, get a 2-year visa. All right, that is much more smart, much more intelligent to do. I also understand that there's a lot of people who will take the 6-month visa due to economic reasons. And I get it. Studying in Japan is not the cheapest option in the world, but it's also not the most expensive option though. So let's not make such a big drama about it, all right? Because it's not as expensive as other options around the world. And trust me, if you Google just for a couple of minutes, you'll find out that I'm right on this. So there are 3 requirements for you to apply for the student visa in Japan. So number 1, you must have a high school diploma or above. So high school, university, master, whatever it is. Second of all, you need a 150-hour certification of level of Japanese or a JLPT N5 level of Japanese. Either is fine. If you are going for the 150-hour certification, it must be certified by a qualified school. All right, so you can't just write that up yourself. You can't be like, oh yeah, I study 150 hours. That's not gonna work. Okay. And number 3, you need the economic resources. And economic resources means that in order to apply for a 1-year visa or above, you need 2.6 million yen in a bank account that must be yours or from a direct parent, like your dad, your mom, or even a sibling. And that's it. If you get those 3 requirements, you can apply for a student visa. So obviously, I understand that some people might choose go for a 6-month visa, all right, because it's cheaper. So here's the catch. If you are one of them, that you don't have all the resources to go, if you don't have 2.6 million yen, which is roughly $16,000 about today for the exchange rate, what you should do, like be smart about it, study, okay, online. Hello, here we are. study online, all right, and get a higher level of Japanese. Reach an N3 level beforehand, or even an N2, whatever, because then if you already have the N2 level and you go with a 6-month visa, that is a smart case, because as soon as you get there, you can start applying for jobs because you already have the level of Japanese and you're getting the visa to make easier your way into the job. So that's fine. But if you're N5 level, 6 months in Japan is gonna do nothing for you. Just gonna waste money. Okay, just study online first. Again, hello, here we are. You can contact us, we can help you on it. So study first online, and then, hello, here we are again. We can help you to go to Japan again. And with the student visa, that's fine. But think long term, not just on today, okay? I know there's a catch, I know. You are excited today. I get it. You're excited today. You are watching anime, or you are watching, I don't know, drama, or you are, I don't know, whatever it is, or you just come back from a holiday trip. Oh, that's so common. You went holiday 2 weeks and you got crazy, blown up your mind with Japan, and you just want to go back there as soon as possible. Like literally, you're dying to go back. I get it. It happened to me before, and I made the mistake of taking any chance to go there as soon as possible, but I didn't thought in the long term. Now learn from me. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. I know you feel the urge inside. And I know once you have the urge, it's extremely difficult to take you out of your urge. But it's my job to tell you this. If you are smart enough to defeat your inner urge, believe me, you will stay forever in Japan if you want. But if you give in to that urgency that you have, you might end up coming back and spend a lot of money and have no long-term result. Think about it. The 2 pills, man. The 2 pills. It's literally that. Lucky thing for you, we're here. Hello. If you're trying to apply for the Japanese language school in Japan and you don't have yet the 150-hour certification, then it's your lucky day. We do offer the 150-hour course, and if you are going to apply to a Japanese language school in Japan through us, we give you the 150-hour course for free. All right? For free, absolutely for free. If you don't go with us, the course is $1,500. So just join any of our schools and it's for free. Hey, so that's great, right? Save a lot of money. You can buy a lot of ramen with that cash. So that's great. So anyway, if you're thinking to go to Japan and you actually want to make a plan, a thoughtful plan, a bulletproof plan, then here we are to help you out. Our job is to make your trip easier and faster and safer in all aspects. So contact us. Right down here, you're gonna find all the links that you need to set a call with us or contact us, email and everything. So if you wanna go and you already have all the requirements, fantastic. Contact us. We can take you to Japan in 6 months or less. And if you don't have some requirements, for example, you want to go but you don't have the 150-hour certification, no worries, it's free. Contact us and we can enroll you so you can take that and then you can go to Japan with us.